Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be reviewing tips for the removal and replacement of the manifold absolute pressure sensor on this 2024 Kia Sorento with the 2.5 liter non-turbo engine. If you find my tips to be helpful, please like, subscribe, and comment. Now let's get started. The MAP sensor is located on the front of the engine just to the right side of the air intake manifold. Okay, so see the sensor with the white label right here? That is your manifold absolute pressure sensor. There's the electrical connector right there. It has a gray locking mechanism on it. Just to the right there, you can see that little white dot. That is a 8mm bolt. I'll give you a slightly different look at that bolt. Okay, so there you can see the bolt right there. It's loosened up. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is unlock the clip for the electrical connection by pulling back on that gray tab towards the front of the vehicle, and then I'm going to squeeze down on that gray tab and pull it away from the sensor. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is loosen up that 8mm bolt that we talked about right back here. Okay, you can see it loosely hanging there. And then lastly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate that sensor back and forth, and then I'm going to use a flat tip screwdriver to come in right on the top of that sensor, and I'm going to pry it away from where it's located. Okay? Now be very gentle when you do that, but this is what you're going to have to do. So you're going to pry it away slightly as you're rotating that sensor back and forth. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that bolt before it falls down. There you go. There's that 8mm bolt right there. Next, I'm going to loosen up the electrical connector. And I had to kind of wiggle and pull it down and towards the front of the vehicle. Okay? So next, I'm going to just try to use my right hand, rotate that sensor back and forth, and pull it away from the air intake. And here you have it. This is your manifold absolute pressure sensor. And so let's just do a quick inspection. And so you see you have your pins here. They're nice and straight for the electrical connector. This upper portion here is nice and flat. There's no cracks. Moving down from the top, we have the O-ring. And you see the O-ring is in really good shape. Right here you have what I call the basket, the protective basket. And that's protecting that sensor right there. And also what I want to point to is that if you look right down the barrel there, you can see that there's a secondary portion of the sensor. Okay, that gold area, the brass piece way down at the bottom of the barrel. If this throws a code, what I'd like you to do is make an attempt to clean this with mass airflow sensor cleaner before replacing it. Because what I noticed here when I took this one off, it's pretty dirty. There was oil and moisture built up on this sensor. And I will say that this particular engine, the positive crankcase ventilation is configured a little bit differently, and I wasn't able to find the positive crankcase ventilation valve on this vehicle. And maybe you guys will give me some comments and let me know how to find it. But I believe what's going on here is that we have a free flow of crankcase gas, which is flowing by this sensor. And that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing that crankcase fluid built up on this MAP sensor. And I'm a little concerned about that, but I'm sure that Kia's engineers have thought about that and I guess they figure it's not too big of a deal, but I can't remember seeing a map sensor this contaminated with oil. I've seen them contaminated with dirt and dust, but never really oil. So you guys give me some feedback in the comments and let me know if I'm missing the mark here. Anyway, like I said, before you replace this sensor, go ahead, clean it off with this mass airflow sensor cleaner, reinstall it, let it run for maybe 20 miles, or the check engine light might just shut off right away. And if it doesn't shut off after, say, 20 miles or after you've removed the negative battery terminal and let it run for a few minutes, if the light comes back on, then and only then would I think about replacing this sensor, okay? And that's really all I want to talk about today. And so let's go ahead and get this sensor reinstalled, okay? And so I advise you to take a look, identify where the hole is located. In my case, I'm right-handed, so I'm just gonna reach over just like this, and I'm just gonna feel for that hole. Put the sensor in place, wiggle it back and forth, and then use my thumb to press it down. And I hope you guys heard that. I pressed it straight down. And now I'm rotating the connector so that it's facing the driver's side tire. You can kind of feel where that bolt goes in there. Okay, so now very carefully, let's try to get this bolt started. And if you notice, it doesn't have a fine thread. It's very coarse, and so it's hard to install. Okay, but let's give it a shot. So using the same hand, I'm feeling for that bolt hole. Okay, I think I've got it. Okay, rotating the bolt. And if the bolt isn't going in, you could apply a little pressure to the head of the bolt and then wiggle the sensor back and forth until it drops down into the slot. Okay, this time I can't turn the bolt anymore with my hand. I'm feeling pretty good that it's in place. Now I'm going to go in with my 8mm socket. It's kind of hard to see the bolt. Get on top of it. Okay, there's probably about 5 foot-pounds of pressure. Okay, go ahead and wiggle it. It's nice and snug. Now I'm going to install my electrical connector. First thing I'm going to do is pull back the locking mechanism, and then I'm going to eyeball the gasket. And the gasket is not deformed. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and slide this connector into place. Listen for the click. There you go. Very light click. And then I'm going to lock it down. And there you have it. Well, folks, that wraps up the removal and replacement of the map sensor on this 2024 Kia Sorento with the 2.5 liter non-turbo engine. I hope you found my tips to be helpful. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, drive defensively.